How to talk to shy women who find it difficult to carry on a conversation. One of the things that amazed me when I started becoming more successful with women was realizing that many women don't have great social skills as well. Many women don't know what to say during conversation. And when I became very confident and had that belief in myself, and I started to have that, I started to experiment with something. And I'd be talking to attractive women who are confident, shy women, all sorts of women. And what I would do is, in the midst of a conversation, after I'd said whatever I was going to say and she said whatever she's going to say, I would stop and I would just pause and just wait. And, for example, if I was at a bar, I'd have a drink, just be looking around the bar, just waiting and just see what would happen. And what happened? In most cases, women would then be fumbling, okay, what am I going to say? What am I going to say? And they'd be trying to think of something to say. And they would ask those boring interview questions because they don't know what else to say. They'd say, oh, so what do you do? Oh, so where are you from? Do you come here often? Very surprised to hear that one, but it actually comes out very often. That classic cliche, cheesy line of, do you come here often sort of thing. And when a woman says that sort of thing, you can have a laugh and it's like, oh, how's that for a cheesy line, Where'd you get that from? The internet or something, like throw that sort of stuff at her. But, what it taught me was that, my previous perceptions of women was that, I didn't know what to say and I was hopeless at socializing and, women would think less of me because I didn't know what to say, when in fact a lot of women don't actually know what to say. And when I realized that, it helped me relax even more in conversation with women because I knew that it was pretty much, we're pretty much in the same boat. Trying to think of, okay, how do we keep this conversation going? How do we keep it interesting? And, I wasn't putting the blame solely on myself. It's like, oh, I'm stuffing this up because I don't know what to say. Right, but when it comes to shy women, right, how do you talk to shy women who can't carry on the conversation at all? Right, so you're talking to her and you say some things and she sort of goes into a shell and sort of gives very short answers and then closes up and starts looking uncomfortable. How do you keep the conversation going there? Well, what you need to do is you need to help her become more comfortable sharing information and emotions and her feelings and opinions about things. And the way that you do that is not by asking her a lot of questions, but by giving some information about yourself, your feelings, your opinions, followed by a question. So say, for example, you're talking to a shy girl in a bar. And, instead of asking her, hey, do you come here often? Or asking her another question, talk about the bar that you're in. So you might say, hey, I haven't been to this bar in a couple of months or so. I really like this place because you come in here and the volume of the music is just right. You can have a chat. There's always seems to be a good vibe in here. People having fun and stuff like that. A friend of mine had a party here about 5 months ago. That was cool. I like this place. It's got a good vibe to it. How about you? Like, what do you think of this place? Like, what are your favorite bars in town? And then you're asking her what she thinks, what she feels, and what her favorite bars are. So she's going to start talking about things that she likes about the bar, or things that she doesn't like, or things that she likes about other bars. So she's going to get into a more of a emotional state of mind where she's sharing her feelings and opinions about things. And then when you can, make her feel comfortable expressing that sort of information, then she's going to continue opening up to you. So say, for example, she says, oh, I don't really like this bar, actually. It tends to smell or whatever. I like the bar on such and such street. It's really cool. They have great funky music there and stuff like that. It's like, oh, you're into funky music. What sort of music? What's some examples, And then get her to talk about it. And it's like, you might even search it up on YouTube if you've got internet access on your smartphone and have a quick listen. Or you can say to her, hey, you know what? I've heard that people that are into funky music are really good in bed. Is that true? That sort of question gets a sexually suggestive conversation going on. She might then say, oh, you're going to have to find out sort of thing. And then she's admitting that she's open to having sex with you. Right? So, you can throw that sort of stuff in. But generally speaking, right, when you're talking to a shy girl and she can't really carry on the conversation, how do you deal with that? One of the ways that you deal with it, the fundamental way that you deal with it, is to not worry about if the conversation is having pauses, if it's not flowing smoothly. Just relax and let the conversation unfold naturally and slowly, and not worry about, okay, there's been about a 15-second gap. of us not talking, that must mean I'm stuffing up, she doesn't like me, the world's going to end. If I'm in a situation like that, talking to a girl who's shy, I just relax. And I'm not trying to get anything from her. I'm not trying to take anything from her. I love her for who she is. I accept her for who she is. She's a shy girl. That's fine. That's who she is. She doesn't need to suddenly start jumping up and dancing and being an extroverted girl. Like, she is who she is. Just love her and accept her for who she is. And when she gets that sense from you that you're relaxed about it and you're not expecting too much from her, and that you can just be lighthearted, easygoing, and have a conversation at a slower pace, then she's going to really appreciate that about you, rather than people that really make her feel awkward and under pressure to talk a lot when she doesn't really want to do that.